State law requires this body to announce at this time that a copy of the current Open Meetings Act is available on the back of the room where it is accessible to the public. Simpson.
Here.
Sisson.
Here.
McDermott. Here. Gibbon.
Here.
Marvin. Yes, sir. Mankey. Here. Oh.
Here.
We're here for one item, here for 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Oh, it won't take long. You'll get a break before the council meeting.
Mary McGill's not here. Can you run this meeting without her?
Yeah, if you have any questions, you can call her in the morning.
Okay, Bob, your show.
She's the one that always puts me in this situation. No, I'll start out like the property tax. In this year's budget, the budget we're working on now, our valuation was $286,194,624. And I put in the original, I put in a 2% increase, which I thought was wishful thinking, which put it, I was using in like draft 291,918,577, which was a revenue of property tax of $1,185,093. Well, then my good friend Melody Marlin called me before she said it out. I said, Bob, do you want a number? And I said, yes, I do. And for our new budget, the valuation of Holdridge is $301,584,277, which is a 5% increase, which just shocked the heck out of me, and I think Melody too.
That makes up for last year.
Yeah, it wasn't even the 1% last year. And so that bumped it up. What I'm using, the 301 million, I'm using property taxes of $1,224,333, which is only what I originally had in draft 1 and 2, $39,000 increase, which we don't have. I mean, if you bump your levy a penny, it's like $24,000. I mean, $24,000 is $24,000, and in the whole scheme of things,
Doesn't go very far.
doesn't go very far. Doesn't go very far at all. And I took that 39,000, I just threw it into emergency communications. Then Mary comes with the spending limit, because in draft 2 we had a cash reserve of plus $800 and some thousand. Mary comes and tells me I gotta find $920,000 to get under the lid. So there went the $894,000. Then I ended up with a negative cash reserve of $362,968. But all that money I had to put in capital outlay, because that's an exception to the lid. The biggest problem that we've got this year, or have this year that affects the next budget, is most of the capital improvements would be like 4th Avenue, the ball fields, finishing up the tennis courts, is all done with bond money or grants, which is not an exception. That was $800,000 on 4th Avenue, the water and the paving, and I couldn't use them as exceptions. So But, and then in revenues going down, which if you take the 920, you're probably thinking, I had 894,000, why are we 300? Well, Mary come in and told me I put, in the revenues in the park, I put $300,000 for revenue in the parks for the ball fields under bond proceeds, and Mary goes, no, we already got that. You have to take that out. So I had to take the 300 grand out. Because we used it for this fiscal year. But I did get a $68,000 in street under state highway tax. Went online, they put online what they project you're gonna get. I had $663,000. So with that 68, it's up to $731,000. So I can't do anything else. I don't know. Mary and I were talking this afternoon. I mean, we can go and Mary and I look at the bottom line. I want the department heads to go line item by line item and do that. But if we have to, we can move out of that capital improvements. We can take that out and move it. But there's not a lot I can do. I don't know what to say. I mean, we fight this every year. This is probably the worst it's been because we didn't get to use any of the capital improvements that we did. But that's basically, this sucks.
It was nice to have the bond money. It was nice to get the grants for the tennis courts, but it hurts us.
Well, but we had to. We didn't have the money. And the state wanted it up front, which Kim and I didn't realize. I mean, it was, and you know, we were scrambling trying to get that bond money because we kept putting, the state kept calling and calling, where's the money? Where's the money? Where's the money? And I think I told Kim, I said, well, just tell her, we'll get it to her when we get it. You know, we didn't realize we had to do it up front, so. But that's, and what I did, you know, when I went through the budget, which I always do, I'll take like the last monthly budget I get from Mary, and I go through the percentages, because we have, you know, like we're 75% through the year. Then I go through and look and see whatever, and I did make some adjustments there, wages and on other expenditures. And I basically, there might be, I try to always, every year I always try to put like a 3% increase in there, and then whatever goes, and if we go below that, then that's extra money for wages. But, and we don't know. Health insurance, we've heard from Jason, you know, oh, we're doing good. Claims are down, but you never know. I have a meeting 20.
Hold on a minute.
Okay.
Okay, try that one.
A meeting the 21st with AJ Gallagher. The guy's gonna be here. That's our work comp property casualty. He's gonna be here with a proposal for work comp and property casualty. Well, we've been pretty good on it. We haven't had a whole lot of increases. really, I don't think have we had much for work comp day this year?
They're all pretty small, the majority of them.
Or like property casualty, there hasn't been much, but,
What do you have for big expenses for capital outlay? I see the recycling center.
we need, the recycling center, we need to buy a new bailiff out there. I don't know, Kim, what'd you get a price for it? I think I had 70 and I put it up to 140.
I was thinking it was 70 to 80,000. We were working on 2 or maybe 3 grants. One grant was, I believe, a 75-25, where we only have to match 25%. So we are looking at that grant. I think that was due September 1st. I have Melissa Van Zant working on that for us. So,
Well, I think, you know, the last bailiff we got didn't we get a grant on it?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, we got it through the foundation.
Was it?
One of the bailers, we got a grant through the foundation. And that was just when Vicki Klein took over the foundation, and she didn't get nothing. Leave that, I don't. But I don't know what else to tell you. There's not much I can do. We're just gonna have to take out a capital improvements or capital outlay. Look at the bottom line.
And that project, and I've talked about it before, behind the senior citizen, we got a bunch of electrical work to do there
Yeah, we're looking at,
next year maybe.
looking at it. We might start it next year. We gotta we gotta be careful with the citizen because they need access to the back of the building. You know, do part of it. We tear the concrete out, kind of like we did between Garfield and East Avenue.
Yeah.
Because we gotta put all new conduit and everything, the cables gotta come in. I don't know if gas has to do anything, I don't know if they're running, I'm sure they're running up the alley, but I don't think, did they do much, Kim, the gas company?
I don't think the gas company did much.
I think they might be deep enough that it doesn't bother. If I remember right, they were right along one of our ditches where we put the conduit in. But that needs to be done, it's been talked about for quite a few years. I'm just hoping we get Tilden Street done. But I want Fourth Avenue done before Tilden Street. Snow may be flying between Third and, Tilden Street between Third and Fourth before we get it done. But it was, what, Kim, 150, 160?
It was about 120,000, and then, not to get the council's hopes up, but then the last review, I had Oak Creek Engineering do, the State Department road was coming a little farther south on Tilden, and it was down to about 79, 80,000, so.
They went in quite a bit.
Yeah, because they went a little farther south.
With their
so.
approach, helps off of Fourth Avenue, so.
Good.
Removal shouldn't be much. Not much there. There's a little, I think there's some wire mesh in there that'll make it a little messy, but other than that, it should, you probably do it with a scoop shovel.
It's all showing.
You know, we tried that a few years back, and Todd Spady, after he put his addition on, he wanted to wait. And I don't know, we haven't talked to him, I don't think.
No, we haven't. I've let the consultant do that one. Dave Neal does have the plan with Paulson's. I talked to him last week. He's supposed to be getting a price on it from Paulson's. But once it's a go, we'll have the consultant go door to door and tell them what's going on.
Kim, are you doing the intersection, or are you just going to the intersection?
No, sir, we're just gonna stop short of the intersection. We probably knew it should have been done, but since it's getting later in the year, we're worried about a time frame to getting it all done. So we're just gonna stop at the return, an all-new curb and gutter. We're not net touching the sidewalks either.
Good.
Anybody got any questions on that? Yes, I got money in the CRA.
I had a different question this year. What did you say our mill levy was for the general fund, 40? Something?
It's, same as it was last year, it's, .405967.
Like 41 cents a hundred?
Yeah, basically
Uh,
40 and a half.
Our limit's like 45,
50, 45 and 5,
and the 5 is for,
interlocals.
yeah. Now, and I don't know if anybody noticed in today's paper or not, but Ralston's got a big problem financially. They built a event center and or whatever you call it, and they're at 71 cents. Is that?
I don't know how they get to 71. I read that too, and I thought, well, I don't know how you get up to 70.
Can they add their bond onto that 50 cents?
Yeah, they could, Rod, yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think they bonded that.
Yeah, they can.
I was just a little confused when I read that, and I'm thinking, holy smoke, they got a big problem down there. They're raising their taxes 10%, and on your house taxes down there go up 10%. There's some big houses down
Yeah,
there.
that arena's been a problem for Ralston since they built it. I think they thought they were gonna get a lot of events, and it's pretty close to Omaha. And I think, La Vista wants to put one in. La Vista or Papillion, they wanna put a big event center. Well, I think La Vista is the one, or is it Ralston that has the Olympic-sized pools in there? Somebody wants to put Olympic-sized pools, I guess for, don't they have the?
They have the trials down there.
Olympic trials.
Kind of overflow could go there.
Practice and
We can't even get a football game going.
do we need to approve the budget tonight, Bob?
No, it's not on the agenda. We'll put it on the next meeting. I was a little nervous. Mary likes time to fill the forms out. And I said, Mary doesn't give me any time, I'll have them filled out. And the pressure's only on Dane. He's gotta get the minutes done the day after the council meeting, because we have to, it has to be postmarked the 20th. But our year, that's what gets me, our year end is until the 30th. But that's when we have to have the end.
Were you able to get the fire department deal worked out?
Mary and I have been talking how we're gonna do it, cause she's gotta make a lot of changes, Jeff, on that. So we've been talking about
It's
how
in the
we're gonna
works,
do it,
Okay.
so,
I'm fine with
yeah. New market. I have nothing, I don't know what else I can do.
So many ways to slice the pie, isn't there?
And that's one
No,
of the
that's
bills,
right.
wasn't it?
Like you carry that Navy cash reserve, that isn't part of the budget of the fund and stuff against the state. They don't care about that. Of course, that's just what we use. It's all in capital improvements. We probably got close to $2 million in capital improvements. which is cash.
Are you done, Bob?
I'm done.
Do you have,
I'm
anybody else
really
have any
done.
questions for Bob? The budget meeting is adjourned. About 10 minutes here.
Sorry I was late. I thought we had a committee meeting, so I've been sitting there in Kim's office by myself. This is kind of odd. God, I saw a lot of vehicles.
Did you get a lot done?
Well,
Everybody in agreement with you?
yeah. They don't oppose me, so.
Did Kim talk to you?
We didn't have anything to discuss anyway.
Hit the ball kind of earlier.
Oh, yeah.